Thank you all for coming to the 15th annual Principio Iron Furnace Hammer In here at Matthew Harris Studio.
And thank you all for joining me for this special video about our hammer in and an awesome demo by this guy, Chris Cash, along with Matt Stagmer and Steve House from the UK. Super fun video. It's both about the event and the demo of a traditional forge welded stake anvil that these guys did. Again, thanks for joining us.
So, I'm Chris Cash from Anvil Works. I'm in Frederick, Maryland. I work with Matt Stagmer. He's at my shop. Steve's over here from England helping me out. A lot of what we do at my shop is tool restoration. It's a very, very big part of what we do. We do a lot of power hammer restoration, and we do a lot of repurposing of tools. Today, I'm going to show you, we made this wrought iron stake anvil with a tool steel top out of an old leg vise. So I restore a lot of leg vices. I'm approaching the 650 mark now. So I have a lot of leg vices that aren't repairable, and if anybody knows the cost of wrought iron, most all leg vices are made out of wrought iron up until about 1930, 1940. So I figured out a way to use the parts and pieces of a leg vise to make a beautiful stake anvil that you can use. So basically what I'm doing is taking one tool that you can't use anymore and turn it into something useful. And I don't want everybody going home and like cutting up their leg vices to make an anvil. But you can find leg vices at farm sales and auctions and flea markets. Sometimes you can get them for 10, 20 bucks. And again, with the price of wrought iron, it's just easier to try and find something like that and repurpose it into something beautiful like this. So this is basically what this is this section of the leg vise. This one had the jaw was actually broke off completely. So this is the one I'm going to use for the demonstration. Again, I check the material before I do it, so if anybody wants to do this when they get home, just make sure that you're using wrought iron, that it's not cast steel, because some of them were cast steel, some of them were even cast iron. So basically this portion on the bottom is this eye just opened up. So if you can see, it already has the chamfers on it, just like the leg vise would, which typically all your stake anvils have chamfers there as well. And then we just draw this out to the spike. And then the cool part is to make the top is, again, this might be like blasphemy to some people, but this was a broken tool that I'm going to make something useful out of. So I'll forge weld this entire piece together and create the top. This will be a little bit bigger than this one we have sitting here, but yeah, that's the idea. So I'll just get to it. If anybody has any questions along the way, feel free to ask myself or Matt. One thing to be mindful though, if you ever wanted to try this on your own, some of the vices had tool steel jaws welded on them. So you will see, actually, as you start forging it, the tool steel will separate from the wrought once it starts going under heat. But this particular one is so old that there's no chance that I would have seen it as soon as I hit it with the first hammer blow. But it's all wrought.
That's called reverse engineering right there.
Yeah. Play the video in reverse, and I just forced the camera. Guys have bought tools from me. I'm not necessarily in this for the money. I'm in it to like get tools working in again, and I just thought this is a cool way to get, you know, a piece of crap vise to make something beautiful out of. And this we did in literally one day. I mean, it was trial and error too. This gap right here, after it was etched and everything, I kind of liked it because it showed you the construction. But the only reason that did that is because this joint right here, I just didn't flatten it all the way. I kind of left that little V in there. So when I forge welded the stake onto the top, it kind of left that little mark in there. But had this been done in like the 15th century, they wouldn't have cared. They would have just used it and worked with it.
So we're gonna take a quick break from the blacksmith action to check out a jewelry demo by my friend Wayne Werner. There was also a demo on casting silver ingots by Matt Durante, as well as a Mukume demo by Ted McDonough.
When did you get these holes in?
Okay, I'm going to do a round. You know what we're going to do now? We're going to anneal. What we do when we anneal is we're going to make the metal hot, and then we're going to quench it in the water. When we quench it in the water, we're going to get the torch out, and you're going to hold the torch now. It's going to be a great photograph. Okay, you ready? I'll light it. How about that? Ready? Okay, hold the torch and go on all around. Here, you got it. You got it, baby. All the way around. Round and round. Awesome. That's really good, Abby. Get it a little bit closer. Let's get it hot. Just show them some redness. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, now, when I tell you, you pick up the whole tweezer, the whole base and everything, we're going to quench it in the water. Let go here. Pick up that, yep. Pick it up and quench it right there. Put it in the water, real quick. See the smoke? That's where the cool part happens.
One of the other great parts of this day is there's often a lot of tools for sale. My friend Alan came down from Massachusetts and I wound up buying a big old leg vise off of him. But so many great people show up every year.
Well, basically from about the 60s on, and there was very little thought for a traditional blacksmith back then. And nowadays, with the rise of the maker movement and people wanting to have things that are handmade as opposed to throwaway things, there is a definite resurgence in it, much like there is over here.
For this part of the demo, they are splitting what will be the bottom portion of the stake anvil before it's welded.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Side. Put those sides down. Yep. 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 Straight down. Yep.
Several other people brought their work for display, including a lot of work by Pete Renzetti, as you can see here. He does incredible forged hardware and worked with Samuel Yellen metalworkers for years.
Some ways, about 2 years ago, a guy told me that. I says, "You invented single point 3D printing." I said, "Yeah, but where are the royalties? I'm not going to get royalties."
Do something similar with the TIG welder. I've seen some people doing.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta get that number from you. I gotta mark the call and get it.
And here is Pete talking with some folks. You just heard him joking about inventing single point 3D printing, and that's pretty much how he makes these little figures, just all acetylene welded by hand. Really incredible work. And again, just a great group of people hanging out. Good demo by these guys. We'll continue on and catch up with where they're at now. Here you can see Chris drawing out what is going to become the steel top of the anvil. This is before it's welded. He's just taking a piece of raw stock and drawing it out. Once Chris was done forging the steel top, Matt then took and cleaned it up on the grinder in preparation for welding. Matt's a skilled bladesmith, but he's also one of the best stock removal grinders probably in the entire country. You may recognize him from the That Works YouTube channel. They do all kinds of really awesome feature builds. And Chris is welding the steel top to the wrought iron base. This is the first of a couple welds to do the entire length of the stake anvil. Another fun part of this event is what we call the Iron in the Hat Raffle. People bring all kinds of amazing handcrafted items, tools, books. We even had a little painting and carving this year, and donate. All the proceeds go to help cover the cost of the event and the demonstrators. And then we also help out the Blacksmith Guild of Central Maryland through this raffle as well. They do a lot of amazing things with education. So you can see some of the beautiful items that people brought to donate to this raffle.
It's an
great vice.
There's a little language barrier between me and Steve.
You took my gloves, my hands are
Especially when we try to measure stuff. Measuring doesn't go so well between me and him.
It's a whole inch to centimeter thing.
A couple more inches. Real funny thing. Is this the main weld?
I mean, yes and no. Don't jinx it. No, it's not. This is a test fit. Oh, it's great.
Here is some of the Makume Gane from the demo by Ted McDonough. My good friend Dave Hammer brought out his amazing little air hammer that he's created. This is called the Bulldog. He has an entire Facebook group dedicated to the building of these hammers.
If that were hot, that would be moving in.
Oh yeah.
Really easy. No, I could move that stroke down a little more, I could forge a paper clip with a traditional die set on it.
Wow.
And this hits hard enough, I'm gonna bang these, I don't like it. But I could forge 1/2 inch square with that 5-pound hammer.
Oh yeah.
That's the touch you have. If I wanted to do that harder, I could do it harder with this. Bruce was forging Schedule 40 pipe on this. I'm going to make him another hammer for demonstrating that can be easily moved. And it'll have double the ram weight of this. It'll have 10-pound ram. This here for light pipe is all that would be needed. But for Schedule 40, it's a little light.
It's awesome.
Thanks. But,
So cool.
yeah, and I've come up with other ideas that you haven't seen in the single hip mat, and
Okay.
I'll teach you all that later. It's gonna be in the book.
Well, thanks for everything you've done with this already, because all the information you've shared, it's really generous. So awesome stuff. I love that.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like
you see.
steam hammer type look on that
Yeah.
ram, though.
Yeah.
So cool.
This on the original dies, the combo dies, they were bolted directly to the top is bolted directly to the up here.
And this right here is really what this day is all about for me. Just so many great people in this one shot. Wally Yater, Ellen Durkins at the hammer, my friend Ken, Dave, Carrie Stagmer, Dave France, so many great people out here and just all hanging out, having fun, experimenting, just sharing knowledge. Such a great day.
Bruce did all these others and those on the other.
And here Matt Stagmer is cleaning up the fully welded and finished anvil. Just an incredible demo these guys did in, only about 5 hours.
Chris, say it one more time. No, for the camera this time. Yeah. Yeah, this shop sucks. There's not enough tools. Yeah. We heard you. Nothing's organized.
One of them worked out.
It's like a heavy
And it was seriously fantastic to have Steve House with us. He's an amazing blacksmith from the UK. Keep an eye on his work. Great things to come from him. So it's late in the evening on Saturday. Our hammer-in is officially done. And behind me in this whole area here today, all day long, was full of talented people, happy people, artists, blacksmiths, just so many great people hanging out, fellowshipping, talking, giving each other crap. It just means a lot to us and to me personally that you all would come share the day. We appreciate all of the community and friends and family that surround us. God bless y'all.